Sterling Stage is one of the most familiar and kind of just like home field stages for me. It was actually the first festival that Primate Fiasco played at. I mean, we played other like festival type things, but this was the first like, sleepaway camp. We didn't even own like tents or anything. I remember we borrowed like a giant, like 10-person tent, and we all slept, the whole band just kind of slept shoulder to shoulder in this one tent. And it was far from home for us at the time. We were just getting started. And so like 5 hours away, it was this whole other state. There's the bonfire stage. The stage is kind of just like made out of trees and branches with like tarps over it. It's very, I get like an Ewok village feel from it. And it's like mostly lit by the fire. And it progressed over the years, but I think we were there first in 2007. And we just kept coming back for like 10 years. And even though we had grown a bunch since then, we had played at like huge festivals and these, the big corporate festivals and all those. And we traveled a lot further. We kept coming back to this one little festival just because, we just got to know people there. And it started to just feel like a family reunion. You know what I mean? It was like 4th of July. People tend to spend 4th of July with their family. And that's kind of what we did. Like every 4th of July, we would be at this festival because that was our community. I had said when I stopped touring that, I kind of was a little burnt out on the scene and didn't really miss a lot of places, but there were a small handful of venues and festivals where, whenever I think of coming back and visiting, there's like this very small list of places that I picture in my mind while I'm saying it, and Sterling was definitely one of them. And I was just starting to feel like, this summer I think I'm gonna go to Sterling Stage, and that was the beginning of 2020 that I said that, and so there was a little bit of a delay, and I hadn't been back since. And so this year is the first year I'm going to go back and see Sterling. And so I'm making a commemorative poster for this weekend that just kind of captures my feeling of like, sort of a rebirth. And, I've heard that they've changed the layout of the place and how they do things there. And so it's kind of the beginning of a new era. This is just kind of how I envision, in one rectangle, how I envision this weekend going for me. I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone.